2011 recap. We can do this. It's a long one, but we've put in the time, we've put in the energy, and all those BUPE stars out there are wanting us to do a good job. So here we go. Yes! The BUPE is back! I just returned from an amazing week-long cruise on the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. I'd like to thank my friend Gisela Adisa, who's not only a BUPE star, but on that ship, she is a superstar singing her face off. It was a lovely week, but I couldn't wait to get back to this. I am obsessed with top 10 lists and end-of-the-year summaries. And I'm also obsessed with this vlog right now. So right now, I get to do it all. I get to present you my top 10 obsessions of 2011. I actually filmed most of the pieces before I went on the trip, but the editing took a long time, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really excited to present it to you. It is a little long, so it's in two parts. In this first video segment, I'm going to present you numbers 10 through 6. And you just click on the link, and easy breezy, you go to the top 5 obsessions of 2011. Now, I am the BUPE, and I do have this well-earned title, but you may be wondering, what, criteria am I using to create this list? This is a list of things that I was obsessed with. Meryl Streep's not on this list. She may have won a Golden Globe, she may be the best performance of the year in many people's opinion, but I wasn't obsessed with her. These are things that really stuck with me. I probably vlogged about them, or I would have vlogged about them if it didn't take so long to do each vlog. I probably maybe wrote about them on Facebook. If it was funny, I told you the jokes, but these are things that really stuck with me, and to be honest, kind of maybe made me pee a little bit. Let's start the countdown of my obsessions of 2011 with number 10.
Number 10. We begin the countdown at number 10 with an item that, in other years, to be honest, might be number 1. And that is the soundtrack to the musical, The Book of Mormon. I can't actually rank the musical, The Book of Mormon, because I have not gotten a chance to see it yet. The Book of Mormon is the Tony Award-winning musical from this year that is sold out for months in advance. So I have tried to do the lotteries, the day of lotteries, and I've not been successful. Apparently, a guy went 51 times before he won a lottery. It tells you how popular this show is. And I know why, though, because I've heard the soundtrack. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. The lyrics and music are by guys who are in Avenue Q in South Park, as you may know. And which means there's going to be a lot of stuff that's just wrong. And there is. But there's also really good music and heart and a message. It's really interesting how they've melded all those things together. The number they performed at the Tony Awards was I Believe, and I believe it's actually one of the few numbers they could do because it was the least raunchy. But it's one of my favorite 2 numbers because it's a number in which Mormon missionaries earnestly and sincerely describe to people what the Mormons believe in. And it is funny. The Book of Mormon is also really notable because it is an original Broadway musical. It's not a jukebox musical, it's not based on a movie, and there's not enough of those on Broadway today. Like I said, the guys have done an amazing job of blending cutting humor with warmth and heart. And that's just by listening to the soundtrack. I haven't even seen the show yet, but because of that, this soundtrack makes it onto my list of top obsessions of 2011. Ha sa jiga ibo.
Why you so obsessed with me?
Number 9.
I am obsessed with award shows. I especially love the ones that come at this time of year, where the movies from last year are given their due. But I don't really love the award shows because of the hosts usually. Last year there was an exception. And that's my number 9 obsession of last year, Ricky Gervais hosting the Golden Globes. I hope you got to see it. It was so great. So he comes out with his beer, as you do, and does a Charlie Sheen joke, which is great because that just happened. And then he says this.
It was a big year for 3D movies. Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was 3-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke. No, I'll tell you why. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no, It must be good because it's nominated, so shut up, okay? And I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That is rubbish. That is not the only reason. They also accepted bribes. Let's... No. All that happened was some of them were taken to see Cher in concert. How the hell is that a bribe? Really? Do you want to go and see Cher? No. Why not? Because it's not 1975.
From then on, the audience at home and right there were not ready for the next 3 hours. What was going to go on? Ricky Gervais just tore and ripped into whoever he wanted to. Nominees, presenters, even the Hollywood foreign press, who had hired him for the job. It was so amazing because Ricky doesn't take himself too seriously. He takes the piss, as they say in England. And he wanted Hollywood to do that. And so many of those actors couldn't do it. They were getting so uptight. And all he was doing was saying stuff that we all were thinking. Really? The Tourist? One of the top 10 movies of the year? It was just great to see people's reactions to him and wonder how other people in the room were going to react. And it's just like, everyone, calm the hell down. It's the Golden Globes. You have alcohol at the table. Jack Nicholson's usually in the front, drunk, even if he's not nominated. And The Tourist is nominated as one of the top 10 movies of the year, so it can't be that serious. As a comedian, I like to make fun of celebrities and other people, but Ricky Gervais had the balls to do it while they were in the room facing him. Ricky Gervais is my number 9 obsession of 2011.
Why you so obsessed with me?
Number 8.
I love the songs of West Side Story, and I also love the 90s diva groups like TLC. Last spring, Glee was able to combine these two loves of mine into a mashup. And I love a mashup. You combine all these 3 things, and I was obsessed with the mashup of TLC's Unpretty and I Feel Pretty from West Side Story that aired on the episode in which Rachel was going to get a nose job. Rachel and Quinn sing this, and I think it works perfectly. They're the right actresses to be singing it. It sounds great. It's arranged great. It was set up great, and the whole, it's kind of a music video. It really reveals a lot about both characters. It's an example of what Glee does well. Glee doesn't do everything well, and I am not someone that thinks Glee had a great year. Glee had a rough time. I think got too big for its britches, Ryan Murphy got a little uppity, and there's too much behind-the-scenes drama and not enough in front of the camera's goodness. However, this song is an example of some of the things they do right, most of which have to do with the music. I was also a big fan of their version of Friday, that horrible Rebecca Black song. I'm just saying, you know, it's irritating, fun. Yeah, but they did a great job, and it's an example of them making a song better than the original and using it appropriately in their show. Let's hope that next season, Ryan Murphy can come up with a mashup of I Feel Humble and Unbitchy to prevent Glee from turning into American Horror Story. Because that would be pretty unpretty.
Why you so obsessed with me?
Number 7.
When the zombie apocalypse happens, I am going to be ready. Thanks to my number 7 obsession of the year, AMC's The Walking Dead Season 2. I had to wait a whole year after the 6 episodes that made up Season 1 to return to the CDC in Atlanta and start Season 2. We got out of the CDC real quick, and then it was that agonizing, slow zombie herd scene, which then led to a season-long search for Sophia and brought our ragtag band of survivors to a farm where they met some other survivors. Relationships you know are changing and always developing, and new relationships are coming about. This is a zombie show that's about the people who have survived the zombie outbreak. And that's why I love it. It can be a little slow sometimes, people are not into that, but I really enjoy seeing what happens to the survivors of something like this. I enjoy the characters that they have developed that are different than what in the graphic novel. Daryl is not in the graphic novels at all, And Shane would have had a different fate than by now than he would have had in the graphic novels. And I enjoy the way both those characters are going. And also, I love all the cliffhangers. Almost every other episode, I would say, had a great cliffhanger. The season opener, great, everything's going fine, and then the last 10 seconds, change. This third episode, the Shane-centered episode, I couldn't breathe the last 4 minutes. Of course, the last 5 minutes of the fall finale, I stand by my word, best fall finale ever. Y'all, The Walking Dead on AMC is just getting better and better. There's so many questions that are unanswered, and more questions keep being brought up. I love the interplay relationships. I love this zombie show that's about humans. I'm sorry, Frank Darabont, but it is the number 7 obsession of 2011. Now get ready.
Why you so obsessed with me?
Number 6.
Where is the fruit? Oh, here it is. I think I'll slice it. And not slice bombs. Look what I'm playing. At number 6, it's everyone's favorite game, Fruit Ninja. I'm playing the Fruit Ninja Puss in Boots edition. It's just like Fruit Ninja, except it comes with some other little challenges. But guess what? The idea behind the challenges is exactly the same. You slice fruit, not bombs. Just recently talked about this, and a bunch of my BUPE stars have told me that you're actually playing and obsessed with Fruit Ninja, and it makes me so excited. Excited that we're slicing fruit, not bombs. Promoting healthy eating habits for our children, and learning all about the number 6 obsession of 2011.